more conversations to have this morning as we get into those civil society matters. Of course, David Bynoe, the National Coordinator with the GEF Small Grants Program of the UNDP, has been doing some great work, and another partner he has, and we must give him all the congrats in the world. Corey Lane is here, the founder and ranch chief of the Nature Fun Ranch. He received a big award recently. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, gentlemen.
God bless.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
Corey.
I
You've
appreciate
been
it.
doing work that, reaches into the community, much like what David is doing through his work with the UN. So, Mr. Bynoe, we want to give you this opportunity to give us the lead into today's conversation on these civil society matters.
Well, and I think both of y'all led in very well, because this morning is really about celebration.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You know, there's a great book that I love that says, rejoice with those who are rejoicing. And Corey's rejoicing, and we're going to join with him in rejoicing in that. And therefore, even although we had a series going on health and the impact on health, I said we need to pause and we need to look at the work that Corey's doing.
Yes.
You know, because not only because of the award, but because of the impact. The work that we've partnered with over these last 6 years would have had a significant impact in terms of not only taking climate action, preventing land derogation in Scotland district, also ensuring sustainable consumption and production, but more importantly, it impacted the lives of young people and helped to transform them. We had a conversation just before we came on air, and I was telling him when I last visited the ranch for a site visit, there was this young man called Redario, and he was saying, you know, his life was completely transformed through this program.
Wow.
And some of the project initiatives that we would have funded, he's now leading them, and he's an entrepreneur in his own right.
Wow.
So this morning is all about looking at the work that our grantee partner, who's not only the founder of the Nature Fund Ranch, but also the chief rancher, and we must not forget the advisor to the Prime Minister on poverty reduction and the Sustainable Development Goals.
Absolutely. You are the youngest person, first of all, to have received this award. I mean, you must tell us what that means to you and what the award itself means to you.
Well, thank you. For starters, it meant for me the ability really to say to the young people across the region is that you're never too young. Also to look back at the adversity that I went through and to be able to say to them that you can rise from this, that you can look at, and I like to see myself as the little engine that could and the little engine that did, and really to kind of give that inspiration across the region.
Listen, so many young gentlemen have come through your doors and come through the ranch. And you're right, Cassandra, become entrepreneurs under you, guided by you, and that must mean a lot. What are some of the things that you can share with our viewers that you have passed on to these young gentlemen that has helped to transform their lives, many of them coming from not so good circumstances?
Right. For starters, I would like to think that one of the things I pass on to them is that dedication, that determination, and that discipline, that really key tenets to reaching success. A lot of people have poured into my life. When I think about my scout leader, when I think about my mom, when I think about my Sunday school teachers and so on, and I think that I have been able to embody that and pass that on to them in terms of the way that they watch us struggle in the ranch, and, you know, use whatever tenets we have, whatever instruments we have to make do, and then the fact that we have persons like David and partnerships that come along with us to help to make it happen. Because you got all the determination, all the knowledge and whatever, but it costs the care, the actual support, technical and resource-wise, to make
You
sure
need those resources.
that is what has been able to, and they've been able to watch all of that come together.
And
So
it was
here's
the
the proud
SAGBA
moment.
Caribbean Award.
Yeah, the Anthony N. SAGBA Caribbean Award for Excellence.
That proud moment there for
Yeah.
Corey Lane, man.
You know, I was in the audience, and I felt overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And this guy is amazing when he spoke, you know, even without a script.
How important that's what you need, because it's your passion, and you really followed it through. And if people go back through your history, Corey, just to mention quickly, we'd see that you've been doing little things, and growing these things so that you can help in a bigger way through the years. So I guess it's fitting that he's also being acknowledged as one of those people who can help these civil society matters along, one of the game changers.
Yeah, and in terms of the projects, Corey, probably you can speak about some of the initiatives that we would have partnered on.
Yeah.
Right, so the initiative that I worked with the Global Environment Facility and Small Grants Program, United Nations Development Program, started with this whole idea of the environment. Now, the first word in Nature Fund Ranch is what? nature.
That's
And
it,
we've
that's it.
always had that consciousness about our environment and so on. So the first thing we had to do was to get the facility right. So we started with the resource center in kind of renovating a dilapidated plantation house we had at the Bruce Vale site in order to give the young people somewhere where they can go and get the information, where we can train, and where we can tell them. Important, tell them. Then we went on to the greenway. We wanted to show them.
That's
so we
it.
started, we do the composters, we did the fields and so on. And then they are actually involved in the recycling. We did a recycling center.
Perfect.
And so on. So we're now involving them. That was our last grantee involvement, and we're now going into this new one now, which is about renewable energy. So the partnership continues. So as we speak, they've dug some trenches recently to put down some cabling to get ready to install the solar. One of the things that I like about this is that we don't only tell them, we don't only show them, but we involve them. So they're working now, we're working with at least 2 companies along with the Small Grants Program, which is Emira and Inamax, and they're going to be installing some solar. We're going to be bringing in a biomass digester where they're going to actually take the manure and create energy from that as well, and we're going to be doing a bit of wind. And one of the things I feel really, really good about is that what they've been able to do is not only empower us to involve our members, but also the participants. Now, participants are those that are not there full time because of space constraints, but they get to participate. So you got Government Industrial School and a number of other persons. But we go even further than that because the Nature Farm Ranch offers tours and site visits. We will become the national demonstration site, or one of the national demonstration sites for the public. So you can have individuals, families, schools, Cub Scout groups, service clubs, whoever can come through and actually see these things in operation.
And that's what we're about. We're about providing demonstration. So we don't only talk about things. We facilitate things and we make things
Get them
happen.
done.
Yes,
And we make them happen fast, Corey.
Correct, yes, in less than a year. Shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to remind our viewers too where to find the Nature Front Ranch for those tours, because it's pretty easy to find. You come down the hill instead of going up Orange Hill. This is one of the few places I know.
You go ahead.
So you come down the hill. You don't make the right to go up Orange Hill. You come down the hill, and it's a short left, a few meters down the hill.
Or the easier way is from Warrens, and you come down, you pass Harrison Cave on your right.
I definitely don't know this.
And then
They moved that.
I think you were thinking Greenland?
Yeah, the oldest site.
Yeah.
Oh, we are Bruce Vale right now.
I was there.
He's
You
probably taking on a scenic tour.
I was thinking.
A lot of Barbadians actually come there and they have no idea that that side of Barbados
It's in
exists.
there.
They're like, wait, Barbados has rivers? And where am I? And because Barbadians tend to know the West Coast, you know, Spikestown to Oystons, and that's it. Anything inland.
All right, don't depend on my directions.
But we're still beautiful and
But out there
That's it,
is
that's it.
amazing. It is the most beautiful. The breathing is different. Is a whole different atmosphere.
So
And
it
I do-
relaxes you as
You
well.
know what? We could probably look at facilitating maybe an outside shoot where we can take persons down there, and the Small Grants Program would be more than willing to fund, capturing that.
Quickly,
Yeah, that's
say
what needs to happen.
Yes.
just quickly as we wrap up, say to persons if they want to find out more about these small grants programs, how can they do so?
Yeah, if you want that information, you can go to sgp.undp.org. That's our global site, or sgpbarbados.org, which is our local site. And just contact us. We have all the information there. If you want to
all
contact
there.
me directly, David.Bynoe at undp.org.
Excellent. Congratulations again,
Thank you very
Corey,
much.
on your Anthony Sagba Award. And, keep on keeping on.